What is up, YouTube? It's Steven, aka Cynical, and today I'm bringing you another gameplay commentary. The gameplay in the background is going to be some Destiny on Shores of Time. This was back whenever the beta was out, and I just had some saved. I am pretty sure that this is my last Destiny gameplay, so until the actual game comes out, I feel like this is going to be the last video of it, which is quite sad. I'm so ready for the for the game. I actually plan on making a vlog. I'm going to go at midnight to pick up the game, and I plan on making a vlog with my girlfriend. It'll be another hanging with a bae, and I'll just kind of be documenting me, you know, getting the game, and on the trip, and waiting in line, and the amazing moment whenever I first get it. Anyway, on to the actual video. Today's video, I'm going to be asking you, well, asking my viewers, a thought-provoking question. Now, this question, let me give it some background. This is the kind of question me and my friends would go out to a place called Mother Nature's Crack, which is like a bunch of hiking trails and mountains, and we would all just sit on a rock, you know, cross-legged. I apologize if you hear my dog in the background. He doesn't move all day, but then the second I decided to start recording, he, you know, just starts running around the house, which we have hardwood floors. Anyway, basically we would all just sit down and we would ask this question to each other, and we do it every day, and you know, our answers would always be a little bit different, and then we'd always come to the conclusion that it doesn't really matter anyway. So basically this question is going to make you think about life. Okay, so you were raised till you're 18 in this normal earthly environment, so you know, if you're under 18, everything that's happened up to this point has still happened and will happen, that's going to happen. As soon as you're 18, you are mysteriously put into this brick building almost, but it's not even a building, it's more like a very, very small room. It's a little bit bigger than an average closet. You are going to be stuck here until you die. There's just no hope of getting out. You know, you have a feeling that there's no hope of getting out. Just not going to be possible. You're basically going to be stuck there. That's where you're going to live. It's where you're going to exist. Now, the thing about this question is it makes you think about what life is really about, and you know, what we really, it's almost a purpose type of question. I mean, it's impossible to know our true purpose. Anyway, you're stuck in this box. Now, there are two different shelves. One of these shelves has a gun with one bullet, and you can choose to kill yourself right there, or you can choose to live a little while and kill yourself. The other one, the other shelf, has every drug known to man, and it has enough that you can do it per day, and it is replenished. All food and water is being replenished, but you have no human contact whatsoever. You have all your memory of human contact, and then you have all your memory of, you know, what happened beforehand, but at the same time, you have no more human contact. You barely even see a hand. Let's just say it teleports in there. And of course, this question is going to be very, you know, implausible, or pretty much impossible. It's illogical, but it's still what makes you think. Anyway, now you can choose to do drugs. You can do the drugs to pass the time. You could just sit there if you're against drugs and you don't want to kill yourself, and just sit there until you're, you know, not in your 90s and you die, so that you're going to be sitting there for 70, 80 years until you die. Or you can just kill yourself right there. Now, think about that for a little bit. Really, what's the purpose of life at that point if it's not human content? Blah, I cannot even say it. Human contact. There you go. Basically, what I would do in that situation is I would do the drugs, and I would try to survive for as long as I could. I would almost make it a challenge to myself to see how long I could keep from going insane in this, you know, a little bit larger than a closet brick area with one dim light. I forgot to mention that there is one dim light, so you can see. And you know, you're just gonna be sitting there. Like, there's gonna be literally nothing for you to do, or nothing for you to no one to talk to, nothing to write. All you're gonna have is your own thoughts and yourself. Basically, I feel like this kind of shows that, you know, well, I don't really know. That one doesn't prove so much. So let's throw that same question, but change the background of it. You were put in that box. You were born into that box. You never had this, you know, you're still a human, don't get me wrong, but you never had this earthly life. You never went to school. You never got a job. You never met other people. You had no idea. So you were born into this same exact situation. Now, why would you know anything different? You don't know what human contact is, so you're not going to miss it. You don't know what having a job is. You don't know what going to school is. You don't know what having a life is, so you're not going to miss it. Basically, in that sense, you're going to survive a hell of a lot longer than if you were put into the same situation from you being raised to 18 in the earthly life. And that just kind of shows that we're always in a cage, except you learn to be content because that's all you know. And this also shows that basically reality is very subjective. Your reality is only based on your background and your context of what all has happened. People on Earth, or not people on Earth, people in, like, say, America, or, you know, in the UK or Canada, places that are, you know, well off, you know, compared to the rest of the world, have, you know, running water for the most part. A majority of people have houses, have jobs, have happy lives, or what, you know, would be considered happy lives. Their view on life and their view on, you know, existence is going to be so much different than someone who's on the streets, or in Somalia, or in, you know, North Korea, or China, or somewhere else where they have no idea if they're going to make it to the next day. They have no idea what, you know, having this nuclear family is like. They have no idea. So they're, and of course I'm not saying, you know, that their lives are meaningless. It's just different, and then we have no way to understand that. So the only way you can truly understand other people is to have empathy and be sympathetic. That's what makes a psychopath, is a lack of empathy and sympathy. That's what makes someone crazy and makes them, you know, nutshell killers. That's what that is. Basically, you just, that's kind of a purpose to human life. I mean, I'm somewhat religious, and of course your religion is going to play a huge part into this. You know, follow your religion, be nice to other people, and understanding, almost knowledge, I feel like, is the main purpose to life. Now, when I say knowledge, I don't mean, you know, algebra or biology or history. I just mean general concepts of life, just understanding our way of existence and just kind of following your own path. That's why I feel like the American people are very brainwashed. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think the CIA has a machine where they press a button and then, you know, boom, the entire American society is giving up half their salary to taxes. That's not what I'm talking about. Just from a very young age, we are taught that there's one way in life and one way in existence, and that's, you know, go through high school, you'll go to college for 4 years, you'll get a job, you'll get married, you'll have kids, and that'll be it. And then you just live the rest of your life that way. That's what we are told are a normal life and a successful life. Success is also in the eye of the beholder. It's whatever makes you happy, I feel, is what makes you successful, as long as you are not hurting other people. If you are hurting other people, then that's not success. But if you are happy and you're not affecting others in a negative way, I feel like that's success. I really do. I feel like that's the purpose, is to be successful, and to be successful is just to be happy. So happiness is just one of the most important things in being a human being, honestly. And I apologize if I'm rambling on a little bit, but the whole point of this video is kind of the purpose of life, or at least my view on it. And of course, no one, like I said before, no one can possibly know the true purpose of life. Hell, we could just be a bad game of Sims, to quote a Bo Burnham quote. We could be a bad game of Sims, we could be created by aliens as an experiment, or we could be overlords. Like, you know, we could just be overlords to something that we don't even know. There could be other universes in every molecule. There could be so much stuff that we don't even have the possibility of comprehending. So I figured, why not focus on what we can comprehend? Because that's all that's important, is what you comprehend. Because if you can't comprehend it, then what's the point? It's not even imaginable. It's not even relative. It's not anything. You just can't imagine it. You can't imagine the universe, how big the universe actually is, because there's no context. You can understand how big the Earth is to a point. You can understand how big a block is to a point because you've seen pictures of it. You've seen diagrams. You've actually been on it. Then that's the sense of comprehension. But you cannot comprehend what heaven looks like. You cannot comprehend what hell looks like. You cannot comprehend what the universe looks like. You can't comprehend what's outside of this freaking solar system. Like, geez, do you know how big the universe is? And how our solar system is like the dot of a pin, like, compared to everything else? It's ridiculous. I mean, and that's, it all goes back to the human purpose and being happy and all that stuff. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed my little rant on the purpose of life. It was definitely fun to do. I love life talks and whatnot. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please comment, rate, and subscribe. If you want to see some more content similar to this, I assure you to stick around, and just let me know what kind of content you want to see, because I would love to put out what you guys want to see. Anyway guys, I hope you have a great day.